Hi, and welcome to our show. As you can see, we're celebrating Halloween early, which is my birthday because I'm the queen of Halloween. We're going to show you some interesting products and books, but the first thing I want to get your attention for is the veterans, because this should be on in November, hopefully, and there is a place that's offering free dental care on Veterans Day. There's Manus Dental Northwestern at 676 North Michigan Avenue, Suite 3500, Chicago, Illinois, 60661, and Manus Dental, which is also in Hyde Park at 1646 East 55th Street in Chicago, 60637. And they are going to be offering free dental care. It's Chicagoland Smile Group. So if you can get a hold of them, the information you probably will have to look up on the web because they don't give me a phone number for appointments, but they say you can go on the web to chicagolandsmilegroup.com. That's chicagolandsmilegroup.com, and this is going to be a growing network of dental practice locations dedicated to advancing dental health care throughout Chicago. As part of their dedication, Chicagoland Smile Group has created an initiative known as Mission Veteran Smiles. As part of this initiative, Chicagoland Smile Group will be offering second annual free dental day to the brave men and women of the armed forces and their immediate families. The event will be held on Veterans Day, November 11th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Services will be offered on a first-come, first-served basis. Manus Dental Northwestern and Manus Dental Hyde Park. Go to chicagolandsmilegroup.com. So good luck with that. Now, we're going to be talking about a lot of other things. Mary Jo Martin has joined me to do it. She's kind of our consumer advocate here. So I kind of surprise her with things because she hasn't necessarily seen any of this before. I haven't read all these books because it's impossible for me to read all of them. I was mad when I wrote the book Nurses on Our Own, when St. Martin's Press published it and I went on a publicity tour. A lot of the people that interviewed me had never read the book. And I thought, oh, I'll never do that. But I've had to do it because I can't keep up with all these books. So we'll tell you what the book says on the jacket and maybe talk a little bit about it. But we have a couple of things that we want to show you. You know, Halloween has been upcoming. You may be seeing this after Halloween, I don't know. But Yum Earth has organic candy corn, which tastes pretty good. And it doesn't taste like it has any kind of preservatives in it. It does have in it, and I have to put my glasses on for this.
It's very difficult to open.
It has brown rice syrup, organic sunflower oil, salt, organic amato color, organic honey, natural flavor, organic whites, organic turmeric, which is supposedly good for anti-inflammation, and organic carnauba wax. I don't know about that, but that's what candy corn always seemed to have in it, but this has more natural stuff. It's called Yum Earth. No peanuts, no tree nuts, no high fructose corn syrup, and made in a peanut-free facility. So if you're looking for this for kids, you can find that. Okay, Mary Jo, is there anything you would like to start with?
No, you direct me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's start with me, we, do, and be, the 4 cornerstones of success. Based on the 4 cornerstones of me, we, do, and be, Bell brilliantly reveals how cultivating the right habits can be. Enrich and improve your life, backed by research and highly practical. This book is tremendously relevant today. By, it says Stephen M. Covey, New York Times bestselling author of The Speed of Trust. This is by Randall Bell, who has a PhD. It's a fascinating blend of personal anecdotes from Dr. Bell's professional experience, interspersed with powerful quotes, insights, and timeless list of valuable habits. I wonder what they are. Valuable habits.
Yes.
I would say perseverance is a valuable habit. What do you think?
Yes, I think so too.
It says, from the homeless to the billionaires, helps us all understand the true meaning of success and how to attain it in our own life. You know, success is different to everybody. To some people it's money, to some people it's happiness, to some people it's fun. So it could be to anything. And I had a discussion with somebody once who wanted to marry a millionaire. And I said, you know, there's a lot of very important people in this world who have done fabulous things for this world, and they haven't made $1 million doing it. As a matter of fact, some of the most important people in the world are the healthcare professionals, the first responders and things. And unfortunately, they're not the ones that make $1 million.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So, you
And they're
gotta
probably
look
the
at it.
most fulfilled, though, because
Well, I have to say that.
money can't buy you happiness.
Yeah, and it's true. And you know, somebody asked me about that, about being a nurse in the emergency room and stuff like that. And they said there's probably no reward that you've ever had like that. And I said, no, there isn't. I mean, I've published a book, I've been on television, I've done a lot of things that are great fun. I've enjoyed them tremendously. But there is no reward like helping a sick person feel well.
Okay.
So,
And yeah, you have to pursue your purpose. And we all have a different purpose, thank you, Lord, because it takes all kinds of people in this world.
it says how little things can have a dramatic impact on our quality of life. One small adjustment that can make the difference between winning and losing. That's from the author of You Were Born Rich. So you might want to pick this up as a gift or something.
Sounds interesting.
Okay. I was telling you on another show about this. I tried this last night. My Magic Mud cleans, polishes, whitens, and detoxes your teeth. Activated charcoal fluoride-free toothpaste. You know, there's a lot of controversy about fluoride and whether it's good for your teeth or not. I know some holistic dentists have said that it's not, and they have also said that charcoal was good even for GI problems, that it absorbs a lot of toxic system. Activated charcoal, coconut oil, and bentonite clay. Brush like a boss. I did try the toothpaste last night. When you look at yourself with the toothpaste on you, it looks like you have no teeth because it turns them black. But it was a pleasant experience, and it comes in several flavors, although this one is the spearmint. And then they have the nighttime thing that you're supposed to do every once in a while. This is a whitening tooth powder that you might want to use, and that's also, you can go to mymagicmud.com.
Yeah, I just don't understand how charcoal is going to whiten your teeth when you
Well, I
put
know-
black things on, but I'm sure.
But charcoal does absorb toxins, so maybe that's the effect. Now,
And
we have
that's
these
good.
lipsticks here, and this is called, what's it called?
All the names of them?
Mr. Freak. Freak your
I'll
lips
tell
out.
you, yeah,
I don't know why it's called that, but
I do.
it
Don't
comes-
you feel the tingling?
I do.
Okay.
It makes your lips tingle.
And your tongue if you lick your lips.
And we have several different colors here. I don't know if you can see them on the screen. Probably I should put them across the black here.
Well,
Okay.
and let me read them.
Yeah.
Because there's a,
Okay, go right ahead.
all right. And this is Bleeding Heart. Ooh, and it's kind of like a mocha color.
And this one, go ahead.
And this is Nude Attitude. And it's kind of like, I guess, a nude color. Whoops. Oh, well, they're falling over. Oh, and this is Sweet Villain. And this is, let's see, what would you call it? Raspberry?
And this is Pinky Swear. This
Pinky
was
Swear.
the one I put on. It makes your lips tingle for a while.
Yes. Aren't you still tingling?
Yes.
And my
But
tongue
it's
is still
going down.
Okay. And that matches your jacket beautifully. So that's a good color for you.
It's interesting. It's supposed to be made out of all natural things. You know, somebody told me once that lipstick has something from beetles in it or something, regular lipstick.
Okay. I
For the
don't think
di-
I want to know this. What I don't know won't hurt me.
And we've had other lipsticks on before that were kosher lipsticks that eliminated some of the things that other things have. This is rather unique. I mean, it is different.
Yeah, and it gives you a sensation.
Maybe it makes your lips get a little puffier too.
Yeah, maybe they're
Because of the
swelling and we
tingling.
don't even realize it.
Instead of going in for the surgery, you could just put that lipstick on
That's
or
right.
something. Okay, so we did that. Now, we also have a neti pot over there. Have you read up on
Actually,
that?
it's a Yeti pot.
Oh, this is a Yeti. There are neti pots.
There are
but
Netties,
this-
and this is a Yeti, and I don't know what the difference
This
is.
one came through the war. This is the nasal cleansing pot for cold and allergy relief. This is the one where you put the water in and then it goes up through your nose and back down again. For best results, all natural sinus wash pockets. It goes right into your sinuses. You know, you got to be very careful though, because you have to use sterile or distilled water, very clean water, because you're putting that up into the, you know, pockets near your
Sinus
brain
cavity,
and your
yeah.
sinus cavity. So you can't just use regular water. It's not a good idea to do that because it might have bacteria in it. And then it would be best to use sterile water, as a matter of fact.
That's
neti
right.
pot.
Yeah, so please don't use it with regular tap water. Not advised,
No.
because there is bacteria.
Yeah, and you putting that up in your sinuses is not a good idea.
No.
Okay, now we've got a vitamin over there, a vitamin packet.
Oh yeah, these look interesting.
And
Oops,
I
that
have
one's
tried
empty.
this. This is recovery chewables. And you want to tell us what it says about it while I have one?
Well, it says it's for party, travel, exercise, and attitude. Recovery chewable. And it's gluten-free, GMO-free, and sugar-free. And it helps hydration, enhances electrolytes, it aids the liver, and it boosts antioxidants.
Tastes like candy.
Does it? Oh my, I'd like that.
Try it.
Chocolate, by the way?
No.
No.
No party, travel, exercise, and attitude.
I'm
like you
working
said.
on the candy corn here.
Prickly pear, L-glutathione, glutamine. Those are all things your body needs. Some people say you can't absorb it externally, but I have tried it a couple of times at home. I think it did give me a little more energy.
Okay. That's always helpful.
It's called Zaca, Z-A-C-A.
Yeah.
It's always interesting about where you can obtain these things. This also is GMO-free, that's good, sugar-free, gluten-free, no stimulants, no artificial flavors or sweeteners, contains clinically tested ingredients, and it has 2 grams of carbohydrates.
It's
got
not
a
bad.
berry extract, prickly pear, and glutathione, like I said. So you might want to try it to rev you up. We'll see how it revs me up during the show.
And you can go to www.zacalife, zacalife.com. And it will give you information, and you could check it out on the website. For
Have you
those
been
of you.
reading up on the ear stuff?
No, I haven't. I don't have an earwax problem. My husband did. He used to have his cleaned at the doctor's office every so many months because he developed
Well,
wax.
while you hold that up, I'll read what it says.
Okay.
Earwax is a naturally occurring substance that lubricates and protects the inside of your ear from dirt, bacteria, and anything else you might try to sneak into the ear canal. However, when earwax builds up and creates an impaction, negative side effects can occur. This is especially good probably for people who wear hearing aids because it plugs up their hearing aids.
That's right.
Impacted earwax. Earwax is nothing to be embarrassed about. More than 18 million people a year see their doctor for earwax, so don't think you're alone. Natural and common. Although it's tempting to use a cotton swab, bobby pin, or even car keys, car keys,
Wow.
to get
I
it
don't
out.
think so.
These methods are extremely dangerous, as is ear candling. They should be avoided at all costs. If you're suffering from hearing loss, fullness in the ear, itching, or tinnitus, hearing aids and earbuds often increase the production of your earwax, resulting in clogged ears and hearing aids. It's important to clean your hearing aids every day so wax does not build up. So what are your options? Until now, over-the-counter earwax removal aids have only been mildly effective in removing earwax. Manual extraction by a doctor is often the go-to method. You know, they used to flush it out when I was
Right.
a kid. Now, one doctor told me that they don't do that anymore because it's busted eardrums.
So how do they
So,
remove the earwax?
well, they go in with like a probe type thing.
Oh, and they actually.
Yeah, and when I lost partial of my hearing due to a swimmer's ear one time, I had a 90-year-old doctor who went in with a needle and moved my eardrum, actually, so to make me hear again, because it has to move to be able to hear. That was
Okay.
interesting, too.
Huh.
Okay, the extraction is often uncomfortable and time-consuming. That is why they developed Earwax MD, clinically proven to clear earwax in one treatment. 86% of patients had complete clearance in a single treatment. It dissolves excess or impacted earwax. Help inspire the world by sending your stories and images of everyday people healing humans to info@eosera.com. That's EOSERA.com. Stay connected, Earwax MD on Facebook, earwaxmd.com. Healing humans. One possible side effect of our wax impaction treatment is smile from ear to ear.
That's right.
And then you can hear. Smile from ear to ear so you can hear. They should have added that on.
And I think Bob liked when his ears were impacted because then
Because he
he didn't
couldn't
have
hear
to
you.
listen to me.
Let me see this box. It's been through the war here. Dissolved excess. It's called Earwax MD.
And what do you just put drops in the ear?
Yep, it says remove your hearing devices, lie on the side, tilt your head to the side, fill the ear canal with drops of earwax. Do not let the tip of the applicator touch the ear. That's because you don't want to infect it with bacteria. Remain laying on the side for 10 to 15 minutes to allow it to work. Tilt your head to pour the liquid into the sink. Fill the bulb with warm water to rinse the ear canal
then you-
several times in the sink. If it does not dissolve, repeat the treatment. Go to earwaxmd.com to view information. It says for external use only, discontinue if you experience discomfort. Only use warm water to rinse. Using cold water or hot water can cause dizziness, vertigo, or nausea. So,
Yeah, our ears are very sensitive. You know, sometimes when you have a cold or you blow your nose too hard, you get that
they used to
sensation.
take blood out of the ear lobes
Your e-
because they said that there was no pain there. But I don't know about that, if that's true or not.
It hurt when they pierced. In fact,
Yeah.
my mother pierced my ears with a needle and thread when I was
Ooh.
an adult. It hurts.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a book there.
Okay, we'll take
Let's see what's-
Dear Human.
This is Dear Human, Master Your Emotions by Mark Youngblood. What would it really be like to be your best self every day, all day? Really great. Clearly, it's hard to do when you're faced with so many daily demands and challenges. For most people, emotions like stress, anger, frustration, anxiety, and disappointment are an exhausting daily struggle. This is true. That makes it tough to consistently be the leader, the parent, the mate, the colleague, the friend, and the person you want to be. The happy news is you can now become the very best version of yourself with the help of this user-friendly guide to emotional mastery. Inner Mastery teacher Mark Youngblood, facilitator and executive coach, has studied for decades what it takes to lead a successful and fulfilling life. To make it what we want exists within each one of us. Learning to reduce reactivity in this hyper-stimulating world is a life skill that Mark teaches better than anyone I've ever seen.
That's true. If you can remain calm and centered through life's struggles, you've won the battle. So
Well,
it's
one of
how
the
we
things-
react that
One of the things they tell you to do is to take 4 or 5 deep breaths, that it calms you down in situations where you're upset. Let's see. We're going to see what else they say about this. The power to change the world, to make what we want, exists within each of us. You can get it on Amazon, BAM, Books A Million, Barnes & Nobles, or indiebound.org. Filled with practical insights on how to handle all of this. You know, we used to say that in psychiatry. It's not what happens to you, it's how you react to what happens to you.
Exactly,
That's very
yeah.
important.
So and people use different methods. Some meditate, some pray.
So what do we have over there? Sally looked at one of those books for us, and she put in some, I think it's the other one where she put in some tabs.
Oh, I see. I see. There you go.
This one is Love is the Power of Moving Humanity from Fear to Love by Robert Williams, forward by
like that.
James Twyman. This is the inventor of the quantum code technology, an expert in the study of subtle energy engineering and its effect on physical systems. His research has provided scientific breakthroughs in field-based technology, consciousness, and human potential. In addition to that, Robert has also enjoyed success as a musician and educator, taught music at the university level, and has recorded and performed with such artists as the Beach Boys, that's good, Paul Horn and Charles Lloyd. In 1978, after a decade in the music industry, he served as general manager for Love Song Productions, owned by Michael Love of the Beach Boys. I saw the Beach Boys. They're really a revved-up group. That's good. Is published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine and the Journal of Subtle Energy and Energy Medicine. He was chosen to speak at the first Living the Field conference in London, England, on field-based technology. Sally put in a couple of these different things. Sally Nutini, who helps us on the show.
Thank you,
Let's see.
Sally.
Let's see. Now they have one about light. I had continued to get weaker, thinner, and more desperate, now down to 110 pounds. Well, we'd like to try that
Yeah.
and eat our way back up
And
again.
how did she do that?
But at 6'3", I look like a Holocaust victim. Well, that's true. So this is some anecdotes from personal situations, apparently. I didn't speak for 6 months. We couldn't handle that. I remember my girlfriend's father offered us a pizza if we'd be quiet for 5 minutes, and we couldn't do it. So this is an interesting book. It appears that it's very anecdotal here. But you might want to know about Love is the Power from Fear to Love. And the last one I think that we have is Four Sacred Gifts by Dr. Anita Sanchez. And this is heart-stirring, hope-kindling, deeply inspiring, powerful wisdom delivered with loving guidance by a brilliant, courageous, far-sighted messenger. In the Four Secret Gifts, you will discover the power to forgive the unforgivable. Now that's a trick I should learn. Allow yourself to be set free. The power of unity. Understand that you are never alone. The power of healing. Reunite with your wholeness. And the power of hope. Where hope exists, love persists. Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
And you know what? When you forgive, you're freeing yourself.
So they say.
That's the reason for forgiveness.
So they say. Heal your past, discover your true purpose, and become a powerful source of inspiration and leadership. A collection of Native American and global indigenous wisdom for modern life. Very interesting. Guiding gifts. I wonder if I could find one of those little samples of something in here. Let's see. The illusion of no relations. Through the nomadic perspective, through the spiritual perspective, through the indigenous perspective, we are part of the circle of energy that flows from the land, through the plants, through the animals, through the rocks, through the wind, and then to mankind. That sounds like an Indian type thing.
But you know, it's when you calm yourself and you just exist, you just
It's healthy,
being.
but it could get boring.
But you know, it's good to center yourself every day.
Yeah, people really do well with meditation. It's difficult for me.
But you don't even have to get into a meditation. You just calm yourself, go to your quiet place, and just be one with the universe.
Breathing does that.
Yes, do that.
Okay, the world is in turmoil and people wonder what they should do. It seems like the problems are daunting and overwhelming. What the indigenous elders say is that we must change our consciousness now, shifting from the mind to the heart. Okay, that's the first sacred gift, the power to forgive the unforgivable. There's a lot of people that I see on television that have been injured tremendously by other people that have been able to forgive them. It's really a great trait.
And anybody can master it.
Yeah, well, by reading this book, I guess, is a good idea, the Four Sacred Gifts. So, do we have anything else over there? We've done the vitamins and the candy corn and the toothpaste.
That's it.
We were lucky
I see
enough
a
to go
feather.
to the Chicago Yacht Club last
Oh,
year.
yes.
Tell us what you thought about that, Mary Jo. That's a nice place, isn't it?
Oh, it was a wonderful experience. Really enjoyed it.
We got to see the fireworks from Navy Pier, too.
Yes, that was a surprise to me. I wasn't expecting that. The food was wonderful. The people were friendly. It was, I had never been there before, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a nice, beautiful place. It's right on the lake there. And they actually do some charity work. People take their yachts out. I was lucky enough to be able to go on one of them last year, but they take out the people from the Lighthouse for the Blind, and they take them out, and even though they may not be able to see our gorgeous Chicago, they do get to experience the waves and speeding on some of the speedboats or slow on some of the yachts. I happened to be on one of the yachts that had a speeder for a driver.
Okay.
And he actually let one of the men who was almost completely blind drive it. But we were not near anything. We were out in the middle of the lake. We weren't near other boats. We weren't near the dock or anything like that, so it was pretty safe.
Safe, but could you imagine the sensation that man had? A once-in-a-lifetime experience to be able to
And that's why they let him do it.
control
because,
this huge boat.
Yeah, because people that are partially blind can never drive cars or anything else. So,
Sure.
So, yeah, they really enjoyed themselves. a little scary for me. They couldn't see where they were going. I could see.
You know
but no,
what?
we were nowhere dangerous. It was really wonderful.
You know, it's funny though, when you're a passenger on a boat, you may feel like you're going faster, you know. But if you're driving the boat, it's a whole different sensation.
Because you have control.
Yeah,
It's kind of like being in the passenger in a car.
exactly. In fact, my children had a Jeep, this old Jeep, and I had never been in a Jeep. And they said, Mom, you got to go for a ride. And I said, okay. And then my son-in-law said, no, let her drive it. Well, we put the pictures on Facebook. We were all hysterical. My daughter said, Mom, you're insane. You're a wild woman. But you can't help it. You want to go on the bumpy roads and you want to floor it. And it was just,
Oh, really?
oh, it was a great
That
experience.
must be your sense of adventure. It's like motorcycles.
well.
People tell me that they're one with the road. I don't know what that means, being one with the road.
I don't want to be one with the road.
No, I don't either.
I don't want to be roadkill.
Some people just love it, though.
So, yeah, I guess it's a freeing feeling.
But can
Maybe
you imagine-
skydivers feel that way. I can't imagine.
But can you imagine going on a long trip on a motorcycle, the weather you might encounter, and you got to hide under a bridge, or it's pouring rain, or slippery, or whatever?
and how uncomfortable it would be.
Yeah, well, they say it's not. Now, my husband rode
okay.
motorcycles on the police department, and he's never done it for pleasure. He did it for work.
Okay.
And he's ridden all kinds of motorcycles. And even at that, he said, you know, it's a very dangerous thing because you come around the corner, you can slip on something. The motorcycle can go up on the porch, and you can go on the ground.
Sure.
So it's not something he ever found pleasurable to do, but he did do it for work. So, okay, so what should we do for excitement next? We've only got a minute to think about it here.
Let's go out to dinner.
No, we're going to go on a cruise and change
Oh,
our
we
names.
are.
Change our name. I'm changing
And
mine
our
to Bliss.
full- and
but
our
my husband
full
said it should
identity.
be Blast. Yeah.
That's right. You are a blast.
But you can't really change your whole identity on a cruise because they ask for your passport.
Well, I mean, we can tell stories. We can make up these
Once we get there.
wonderful
Like
stories.
so many people do in their real life that we've run into.
Yes, especially if you try to date online.
And that's a whole nother show we got to do because I'm
Oh, I
hearing
don't
I've
know if
never done that.
Oh, it's, I think I'm very brave. I never thought of it that way, but considering at my age to go online and start dating, I never really dated in my life. I've had some interesting experiences.
Well, you got married very young. Were
Yeah.
you 18 years old
I
or
was
something?
18.
So you didn't get the opportunity.
No.
Luckily, we had the opportunity where I went to school because there were so many types of men around. There were
Oh,
the policemen, the dental students, the medical students, so we had experiences in dating a lot of different people. And that was very nice. Some people meet somebody and that's their whole life. Some people meet somebody in the 4th grade and never date anybody else. So
that's right.
that's a whole
Childhood
nother
sweetheart.
show.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us, Mary Jo Martin.
Thank you, Karon Gibson.
Mary Jo also does a show at Caroline. So what's it called?
What's happening at
What's
Caroline?
happening at Caroline? That's right. Okay, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Have a happy Halloween. Thank you for joining us.
The witches and goblins.